How's it going, everybody? I'm Kyle from Fantasy Forge Studios, and we are back with some more Everlast role-playing game, and we are joined today by all of our players. And so we're going to go ahead and have everybody introduce themselves. They are in the thick of it right now. Yeah, let's go ahead and start with Zill.
Hello, my name is Max. I'm slightly sick today, so if I sound funny, that's why. But I got new headphones. I got a new mouse. I got new tea.
What's the mouse's new name?
This mouse is Pancake.
Not Flapjack?
Oh.
Flapjack.
No, it's like, see, it's nice and smooth. No ridges on this guy.
Yeah, not like a waffle.
Speaking of which, Connor, do you still have this bad boy?
Yes, I do. I don't know where he is though. I was looking for him today, and I'm going mouseless right now.
Oh, it might be at my house. It may be
no.
at my house.
No. I had it last session. Maybe is it different? What one is that one?
It's the Logitech one.
Yeah. I still have my Logitech one.
Yeah, it's the exact color,
I couldn't
right?
find it. Yeah.
I got this back in 2017, and I remember we were playing Everlast at our house, and I noticed Connor had it, and I was just like, what? Yeah, this thing has lasted me forever, and it's so nice. But anyways, speaking of mice, there's a mouse named Waffle.
Mickey!
There's a mouse named Waffle.
Oh boy.
There's a mouse named Waffle. It is Zill's pet/best friend, because life of an orphan. Zill also has a lot of nicknames. The Orphan of Helix, the Teapot of Madness, Future Refining Prospector, Blacksmith Extraordinaire, Waffle House. I think that's all of them. I didn't look them up this time. I'm getting better at remembering them. Also, the Party Tank. Slightly naive, he trusted Rolo Beaumont way too easily. But takes a hit like a champ and occasionally can swing an axe well enough to deal it back out.
We're good.
I think our Fate Weaver left us. Oh, he's there.
No, I'm here. Hello.
He's there.
I spilled my coffee, so I needed to get tissues.
Nice.
Sorry. Anyways, great. That's Zill. Our next character is Luxalia.
Hello, I'm Luxalia, the holiest and humblest of us all. And she's a Glyvan lady with a broken past and a hopeful future. And she keeps people alive and also deals out righteous vengeance on them psychics and other nefarious folk.
Speaking of which, are you gonna strike him down with lightning?
Nah.
You got that amulet.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I will.
I'll tell you this right now, because I don't think it's correctly written inside there, but it's essentially you activate it with an attack action, and once it's activated, every turn you can spend a support action in order to target one creature within. I think it's basically the entirety of this battlefield. It's like how much the storm is raging above. You can target one creature, and I believe it's deal it like 2d8 plus your elemental score electric damage.
Nice. All right.
We have been at this campaign for so long. The amount of items we have forgotten we have.
Well, that one changed
Yuki
because
was
the other
so
one was
kind
broken.
and gave it to her.
If you guys remember Yuki
I
used it during the
Oh yeah,
pirate
Folded Rock.
invasion, and it was
Flamongerlith.
Yep, in
Right?
Flamongerlith.
Yeah.
It was too
Of the
broken. It
pirate.
was just destroying everything.
I do remember that.
Gosh. And the mechanics were slow on it, and it just wasn't fun. So,
Wait,
yeah.
I liked it.
Yeah, you weren't there for that session.
Not Flamongerith.
Flomberge.
Flomberge, there it is. Too many floms.
That's Flamongerith right there.
I was gonna say, I'm like, isn't that where Yuki's from? I don't think we've been there.
Yeah, you had a battle, summoning storm.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah. I'll use that.
Do it. You got
Is it like a one and done use?
No, it's got charges.
I think because it's an amulet, it has one charge per Haven Rest or something?
Oh.
I don't remember. I had 3 charges on it. I have it listed as 3
do I have
charges,
to be
but that
outside
could
to use
different
it?
too.
You do have to be outside.
I mean, you don't, but if you do, you'll be outside.
The storm will be raging above.
striking people outside.
Yep. You can technically
No, it'll
use
just
it, but
rip
it'll...
up the building.
Does some siege damage as well. Anyways.
I've seen what hurricanes can do.
Yeah, they can rip off
That's
stadium
true.
roofs.
Yeah. Only if they're made of fabric, though.
Although this one does lightning or electric damage, not earth damage. The wind isn't going to be ripping any roofs off of anything.
Is there not wind damage?
That's what earth is. So earth is like
Oh.
nature damage / wind damage.
Gotcha.
Yep.
That's counterintuitive. But
Could be water
fair
damage,
enough.
too.
Could be water damage. But water's also included in frost. So I had to combine, otherwise I'd have way too many elements. 6 is a good number.
Yeah.
This
that
makes sense.
You know, you could have just boiled it down to 4.
That's true. I don't think so. Light and dark's kind of important.
Okay, 6.
Yeah, that's what it's at.
Oh.
Yep.
Alright.
6. Yep, there's there's flame, frost, electric, earth, and then light and dark.
Nice.
Darn electric.
That's why
ruining the-
Jensen's the electric type.
But we all know that electric is a subset of fire.
Yeah. Of course.
Obviously.
I'm
It's
just
sky damage.
I'm just talking about Avatar: The Last Airbender. Continue.
I got you.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Our next character is Yuki.
Hello, everyone. My name is Dane or Forge here at Fantasy Forge Studios, and I play the character Mistletoe Yuki. She is a silver dragon from the far north reaches city of Flamongolith, as we can see back here. She's pretty cool. She's pretty chill. She is a DPS. She is a Bard class technically. However, she is the physical DPS of the Bard class. Since she dual wields 2 broadswords and uses her dancing techniques to deal some extra damage there. So she's pretty cool. She got some support stuff. And yeah, she likes a donkey kick thing. She may consider donkey kicking these skeletons, because that'd be double the damage as opposed to half damage with her swords. So we'll see. Her body's a weapon, so she can get her she can get her bonus from her dual wielding / dances, right? That's how that works.
Well, she thinks her body's a weapon.
She kicked a door open last session. She didn't take
right off
any
the
siege
hinges.
damage from it either. Yeah, she didn't take any damage from it either, which is like a bonus. She usually does. So yeah, so that's good. Anyways, that's Yuki. She's pretty cool, and she is fighting side by side with her best buds against some Scarringtons. So perfect for
Scarringtons?
Halloween. Yeah, Scarringtons.
Jack Scarrington.
Exactly.
If you guys hear
Exactly.
pumpkins screaming in the dead of night, just know
We,
who's behind.
we got these dudes screaming right here. These
That's
little
just
green
cackling.
heads.
They literally have an ability called cackle, so that's fun.
Nice.
Didn't they try to curse Luxalia last time? I can't
Yep.
remember.
Yeah,
Yep,
and I
She's too
said,
strong though.
not today. Get behind me, Satan.
That's nice.
And our next character is Belbin.
Yes, hi guys. I'm Connor. I play Belbin. Belbin, last time he got pretty beat up. He's very similar to Luxalia in the fact that he is a Glyven, and that's about it. That's where our commonalities end. So he loves a fight. He hates backing away from one. Luckily, though, our differences didn't keep us apart last time. Luxalia kept Belbin alive, much to her disdain. But we're still here. We're still fighting. Belbin's a DPS character, and the party grump.
Amen.
Amen.
There's got to be like a breakdown of like the party grump, the party jokester. You know what I mean? Like
Like
you
the
need a
7
full
dwarves?
Party. Yeah, sure. I'm thinking more like, you know how there's usually 2
Who's
DPS, a
sleepy?
tank, and a healer.
Oh, yes.
Like we need a grump, jokester. You know.
yeah, you
know
need
what
the
I'm saying?
personality side of it, yeah.
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 Because unlike video games where like all that matters is the combat stats, like in this, like having like a charisma stats and your personality matters a lot more.
Truth.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
What is Zill?
Zill's the
The
orphan.
inquisitive one.
Zill's the
He's
the
poor one.
orphan.
He's the poor one.
The token orphan.
Yeah. Everyone's got to have one, you know.
That's
I was talking.
That's all his personality.
That's his
Yeah,
whole
I was
personality.
talking to my friends yesterday. I'm like, so, in D&D, like, it's just expected that your rogue has like a tragic backstory. I'm
Yeah.
like, I want to make a rogue that is like the most happy-go-lucky, perfect childhood character.
Yeah, he just just happens to steal. He doesn't actually steal anything. It's
like,
he
why are you
trips.
here? I don't know. I was bored.
He trips, and as he's falling and somersaulting, he catches the coin purse off of his belt loop.
All I
He
have to
just happens to
say
have it.
is Bilbo Baggins.
That's true.
That's true. That is true.
The unwilling
Yes.
adventurer who is just like, I'm just happy drinking tea in my cozy hobbit hole.
Yeah. And smoking a pipe.
And so,
You stole my doily. Sneak attack.
ugh, you dirtied my shoes.
Watch out, Sackville Bagginses.
Yeah.
Coming for you.
And our last character is Thordane. So currently he is helping put out some fires inside the Folden Temple with High Priest Godfrey. But in the meantime, he is a support character. He is a ranger class, and he does what he can to support from the background. He doesn't have any of his weapons right now, so he's not super useful at the moment. But he usually has a bow and shoots things. He has a sword that talks to him, which again has also been taken. So his whole personality is gone as well. Which
He's
is
just
nice.
a lifeless character right now.
Yeah, he's just a husk of a man.
Let's be honest, he's always been a husk of a man.
Although
Hey, I
he is
do
a
my
man
best.
of science. He is a man of science, so that is
True.
important. He is
Multiple personalities.
Yep, exactly. He's been passed around far too many times. But anyways, that's Thordane. He's pretty cool. He's from the Woodland Realm down in the southeast forests of Everlast, and the party encountered him in the Subterran ages ago. And yeah. But I'm Kyle. I am the creator of this game, but I am also the Fate Weaver. I'm helping play both with and against these players as they make a mark on the world of Everlast, especially in these growing dark times as they're fighting the dead and they're dealing with cultists and demons and not fun things. But yeah, it's a good time. But before we do dive in, just one real quick thing. Fantasy Forge Studios and Kyle LaFonte own all copyrights and the text, images, videos, audio, graphics, story, gameplay mechanics, and all intellectual properties in Everlast. Don't take it, don't steal it, don't sell it, but you feel free to use it for your own homebrew stuff. Without further ado, we can go ahead and jump into a little bit of recap. Yes, Dane. Recap.
Oh no, I was just
Okay, recap.
yeah.
So, for those who didn't join us last week for our for episode 45, these group of adventurers are currently in the thick of it, but they are in Folden Rock right now, seeking Aldreg Monteblair, who is the holder of the Sky Key, and they are trying to gather all of the holders of the keys. So they're the holder of the Earth Key. The Aldreg Monteblair is the Sky Key. They've already met with King Fair and Nefeshenfe, hence is why Princess Mila is there with them. He's the holder of the Sea Key, and then the holder of the Flame Key is King Nalgora Cragheim, who sent them on this adventure. But yeah, they're currently trying to get noticed by the Harrogates in order to get any kind of information that they can about Aldreg Monteblair and his potential whereabouts. However, in the meantime, they are fighting some undead as they, during this stormy, rainy evening. Belbin and Thordane, as mentioned, don't have any of their gear. They were kidnapped, and they had escaped by the skin of their teeth. And they originally were the only two defending this place, but Yuki, Zil, Luxalia, and also Princess Mila came to the rescue. And then also there's a great auction and everything, and there's also this underlying mystery about this witch lady who is going to give them the power of life and death. So that's fun too. Yeah, I don't think I'm missing anything. I think that's just it. So without further ado, let's go ahead and just jump right back into combat, where they are currently protecting the Folden Temple from being burnt to the ground by a bunch of skellies. They did beat the captain guy that was there, which I believe he said his name, Ragnik. Basically the the pirate captain, and they did defeat him, and his spirit vanished off into the west. His bones completely crumbling to dust. But with that, we're going to go ahead and start right back at the top of the combat round with roll for combat initiative.
Let's do it. Oh,
The
no, it's gonna be.
first roll of the session.
Oh, by the way, Official Eyes gave.
Yeah, who wants hope?
What's it? Yeah, who wants it?
Who
I
needs
think
hope?
Yuki has though.
Hope's overrated.
Jordan's got it. Yuki's
Apparently,
got it.
I have it.
Belbin does it.
why.
Helbin. Belbin, take
Belbin
it.
needs.
2 weeks in a row. Yes, official eyes.
Ooh, we're off to a great start.
By the way, I fixed my sorting function. For some reason, my Google account was like, you don't have permission to do this. I'm like, well, I made it. So I had to go in there and change some stuff. But we're all good and we're up and running. Thordane, did you roll for Thordane, Dane?
Yeah, I rolled for Thordane. He got a 15.
Luxalia.
Or a Dane. Never put that
Luke Salia got a 15.
Nice. I think Thordane's gonna
more
go
dexterous,
ahead.
though.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My dex is
Belbin.
9.
19.
But Belbin's going
Feeling-
first still. Yuki.
Feeling fast.
14 for Yuki.
And Zill.
In true Zill fashion. 5.
Nice.
Princess Mila, let me roll for her real quick.
Oh,
Princess
boy.
Mila got a 4. And I have to roll
Yeah,
for
not last.
Father Godfrey. He got a 17. What a guy.
Ooh.
What a guy. All right. Yay, the sword worked. Okay, cool. Okay, we're going to go ahead and start off this combat with Belbin. So currently, to paint the picture of what's going on, you have been fighting off all of these skeletons. Your field of view is much limited, as last turn was the end of Luxalia's light aura that she has, and so it has suddenly grown dark again. I believe also your shield is gone too. I think Zill's
Both of
gone.
them were already used.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. And it has gone dark again, meaning your field of vision is only within 10 feet of you. And so you can see this far. You can see that there are many skeletons in the horizon, but they are still creeping through the mist. And you can hear clacking of bones, and you can hear the chittering and the laughing of the skeleton heads off in the distance. But it is all yours, Belbin.
We don't have any fires going right now, do we? Or
We
Have
got
they been
current.
put out?
Currently, there's one inside that is trying to be taken care of by Thordane. And,
Okay. Okay.
Yep.
If Belvin can only see, yeah, Belvin will just move to like this spot right here, in between those two.
Okay.
Actually, back me up one, or go. I want to be right there. Yeah.
Perfect.
And I'll engage that guy in combat.
And as you make your way over, you see that there are a couple skeletons on the horizon, but you move in order to initiate combat with this skeleton, which brings us to Thordane.
Isn't Father Godric go first? Thordane got a 15
Godfrey.
on his roll.
Yeah, Godfrey should go next.
Where is he on my list? Oh, I put
You
6
got a
for him
17.
Yeah, I put 6 for him accidentally. 17. Okay. Yeah,
Stamp
he's
that
going.
out.
Yeah, I guess he'll roll a d4. So remember, this is just a support action. Roll a d4. On a 4, it goes out. On any other result, it doesn't. It's a 3, so it doesn't go out. He only has the one support action, so that's what he's going to do. Which means we are back to Thordane.
Thordane's gonna use 2 support actions. I think he's got 3.
He's got
at this
3 of
point.
them.
Looks all yeah. How 3? Okay, he's gonna try 3 times
Trace.
to put it out. He's gonna jump on it and roll on it.
Stop, drop, and roll.
That's how you put. Yeah, that's how you put fires out, right? Especially magical blue ones.
This is how Thoradane dies.
That's 2 4s and a 1. So
Yeah, it goes
Uh,
out. There are
he's real
currently
good at
no
it.
flames alight on Fulden Temple at the moment. And so, with
and
that being the
Thordane,
case...
Thordane's gonna be like, "Oh, we finally did it, Father Godfrey!" and he'll be like, "Oh, now we should make ourselves useful, but watch out for this hole in the middle of the floor." And he's gonna point there.
The High Priest Godfrey, he's like, I actually had questions about how you did that. You made quick work of our flooring.
Well, I am very practiced indeed, but I think we should arm ourselves and get ready for what is about to ensue.
He still
And
has
Thornton's
his
gonna-
he still has his stick. It's basically like a walking
Oh,
stick.
yeah,
It's
that's
not
right.
like it's not a proper staff per se, but it's like a walking stick that he has. So
Can
anyway.
Thordane
Thornton has the like replica sword still, right?
It's broken though, isn't it?
No, it's not broken. It's just a replica sword.
Oh.
And so I
Yeah,
think
it's
it's
really
I
bad.
think it's like a -1 to hit, and like -1 to the damage roll. So
Oof.
Well, he's gonna move though. He's not gonna stay in this court. He's gonna go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And he's gonna stand here and just kind of like give commands.
he's gonna stand there
And he'll
menacingly.
Yeah, he'll scream, "The fires are out, my friends." That's what he'll do. That's his
Sweet.
turn.
Luxalia.
Nice. Well, Luxalia is gonna, do some healing as she does. And she's gonna use mana mending on Zill. And hold up.
I've got something.
Cool. Sorry, I just have to see. Oh my gosh. Sorry, there's so many pages. Okay. 1d8 plus piety. Okay. You heal 2 plus 5, 7, and so does everyone else within 10 feet of him.
Yep. So I believe
Nice.
that is all of this group.
Well, I can't heal all the way because of that freaking darn sword that I got whacked by. I can heal 4 damage. Nice.
And then I will cast Heavenly Light again.
Okay. And immediately the battlefield is lit up again in all directions.
Woo!
I believe it's like a battlefield-wide thing with the range of it. Is that correct?
Yeah, it's let me double check the range, but it's pretty
75 feet from you is out here. Is way at the top, so I think it's battlefield-wide.
It should be the whole, yeah.
Ah, there it is.
It just says floods the battlefield.
There you go.
Oh, 200-foot radius.
Yep, definitely floods the entire battlefield.
As
this beacon of light. Although it is interesting because this light isn't blinding to look at you, but there seems to kind of be almost like this like light energy, this mana that is flowing through you, just filling the dark space.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
The light in the darkness, and then sorry, it's an attack action to use my amulet thing.
Yes, and then
I can only use that like once per adventure, right?
Yeah.
All right, I'm not gonna waste that on this. But what? I need it for our more difficult, challenging battles that I assume are gonna happen. Yeah, and then Luxalia will take a step. She'll go between the two there. Sorry, couldn't see my mouse, but she's going there. And then she will use Revitalizing Touch.
Nice.
On Belden. Yeah. There's mana mending. Okay, that's specifically to mana mending. Got it. So Revitalizing Touch. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry. I have to reference another book. Oh, it's in Patrons. Oh man, it's in the Patrons.
Oh, is it the arts, like in the
Yeah.
the arts list?
It does 1d6 plus piety. So Belden heals a whopping 8.
All right,
nice.
I'll take it.
Yeah. 8. My piety is 5, right? Yeah. Okay. Good. Yeah. So then that's all my support actions. Oh, but I have Kitsune. So Kitsune will, or does it use a support action to use Kitsune?
It's no.
Use his
Kitsune
own-
just
use
it
his
takes
own
a support action to summon it, but it basically
yeah,
acts
yeah.
on your turn.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. He's gonna use Forest Aid, which just heals Belbin more.
Nice.
1d4 plus 3. That's 4 points of healing.
Woo!
I'm not rolling super great on the heals today, but that's alright.
Just heal after
healing,
heal.
healing.
It's nice.
It's good.
Yeah. And I don't know how Belbin's doing because I have yet to see him. So that's my turn.
That's true.
All right.
I mean, I know that he's struggle busting as Cole. Cole knows, but Luke Solly.
Wait, is he struggle busting?
Oh, he's
I feel like I'm
bloody.
doing pretty well. No, that's Thordane.
Yeah, that's what
That's
I meant.
Thordane.
Did I not
Oh,
say
Thordane.
Thordane?
Oh, you
I
said
meant
Belbin.
You said Belbin.
Oh,
Yeah.
Okay.
I meant Thordane.
He's fine. He's
Sorry,
got like
sorry.
32 HP above game, but yeah, he's not like a death store.
He's hiding out.
Yeah, he's good. He's good. He's praying with Father in the monastery.
Yeah.
Ugh.
All right, sweet. And with that, is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
Sweet. Yuki.
Yeah, so Yuki's gonna spend one of her support actions to. Oh, do the support actions have to go before movement?
Nope, not necessarily. Any order. So you could even do like one
Okay.
support action, move, well, whatever.
Yeah, she's gonna move over here by Zill, and she's gonna use her support action to maintain her blade dance that she's got going on, which is the Forest Wind Blade. She's gonna use her second support action. She gets 3 because when her dancing is going, she gets an extra support action. She's gonna use her second one to give Zill a tempo to continue to, do his thing. So basically, on any skill check, action, weapon attack, all that kind of stuff, even misery checks, you can use an extra D8 to add to whatever your dice is that you do.
Is
at
this
level
like a
7.
one-time use, or is it like
It's
a
a
status
one-time
it has?
use. It's a
Also-
one-time use. So,
I
go ahead.
think
Cool.
you still have Shimmer. Someone does. I cast it on
Zill.
someone. I think
Zill
it's
has it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right. So
I got all
remember,
the buffs.
You get a plus
Skill buffs.
1 on Mind, Faith, and Charm, Charisma, Survival. Charm?
Fantastic.
I don't know.
Charisma.
You're good.
CHA's
Survival
charisma.
check. All right. Yeah.
Cool.
Sorry.
And yeah, so she's going to do that, and then she's going to move 5, 10. She want to engage both of them. 15 and engage both these guys in combat right here.
Okay. And
Yeah, she's going to save her other support action in case she wants to use it.
perfect.
So,
The next are you begin to hear cackles coming from off in the distance. You hear as these skull heads.
Sounded like a horse.
Horses in the distance.
Horse with gas.
nice.
What is this? Remember that? That was from this campaign, right? Or was it a different one?
I don't remember.
The horse
For what?
that Kyle was like, no.
Oh
yeah.
That was Donnie. That was Donnie's horse.
Oh yeah.
Donnie
Wait,
from the
there-
other campaign way back in the day.
Yeah.
All right, so all 4 of these guys are going to go ahead and move, and they're all going to do something. So these 2, we'll go one at a time. They're all going to inflict a cursed blaze on as many people as they can. So this one's going to attempt to do it. Belbin, I'm going to have you make a faith survival check for me.
That's pretty good. Faith, where are you, Faith? 17.
17. You pass. This guy's gonna do the same thing. He's gonna inflict a cursed blaze, make a fate survival check.
Man, they hate you, Belbin.
14.
14, you pass. All right, these guys are gonna do
Feeling
the same.
good.
He's gonna go ahead and make an accursed blaze on you. So a faith survival check for me.
On who? Yuki?
Yuki. Yep.
Okay. Let's see. 12 plus. Where's my thing? Sorry, I was looking at the book. I wasn't expecting this.
Weren't expecting to be
attacked.
No
I
one
weren't expecting to be cursed. Faith, you said?
Faith.
Faith. 12 plus 4. 36.
You pass. All right, this one is gonna do another attempt at you. Faith survival check.
On Yuki? Okay.
Man, it's rough. I don't like it.
9 plus 4. 13.
Yep, that'll pass. All right, and with that, that's gonna be the end of their turn. So the Skellies, these guys are already engaged. These guys are engaged, and these guys are gonna go ahead and start moving in. So 5, 10, 15, engage both there. 5, 10, 15, 20 is gonna engage here. 5, 10, 15, 20. So everyone's clumping. The battlefield is getting smaller, that's for sure. And that's going to be their turn, meaning we're back to Zill.
Woo! Oh gosh. Well, Zill is gonna go. Can he walk through Kitsune?
He cannot walk through Kitsune. No. Kitsune occupies its own space.
15, 20, 25, 30? Does that do anything with that guy?
So there's a building here. That's
Oh!
So there's a doorway here.
Crud.
Yeah, there's a building right here.
Oh, crud. Well, in that case, Yuki needs some help.
Yeah, she's chilling. She's got some
Oh,
skeletons.
what is the range on my thing? Ba-dum, 10 feet. Great. Doop. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 30. Yeah. Zill's gonna go there.
Okay.
And he is going to the challenge action.
Okay.
That is one support to challenge one person, right?
Yep.
He's gonna challenge the skull.
All right.
Or the challenge is like the defender specific one, right?
Yeah. So basically, it inflicts like the enmity on them, and then enmity is just like if he tries to attack anybody else with an attack action, it'll be -4, and so yeah, -4 to hit.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, I'll do that on the skull.
Perfect. And then it's Princess Mila. So Princess Mila, she looks to everybody, and you see that there's kind of this great divide that is happening between the company holding two fronts. And she's gonna go ahead and she's gonna 20 run up right into at the top of the stairway, and she's gonna call to either side, and she says, "There's so many of them all over the place. Where should I go? What should I do?" She's got a couple actions. So she used her frost attack last turn, but she only has a couple charges of that, and then she also does have a small heal that she can do as well.
You're back.
She's gonna
I'm back.
prepare. She's gonna prepare for an attack potentially.
Okay. Cool.
Then she'll move here if that's
Is this Skelly in combat with me or Belden?
both. So you initiate combat
Oh
challenge
my
against both.
Gosh.
So yeah, it's something.
Oh, then I.
He's about to get whacked by a stick.
Which brings us to the combat round. So Belbin.
Are any of these guys damaged?
None of these guys are.
Alrighty. I'll
Yep.
just go for that middle guy,
All right.
and I'll just try to hit him 3 times.
All right, first attack. So remember, you're unarmed, and so it's a D4 plus your physical modifier for damage, but it's just your regular hit modifier since you're oblate.
Okay. Does 17 hit?
17 will hit.
That will do 9 damage.
As you punch, boom, you go and you punch him again right in the sternum, and like his entire rib cage just explodes, and the shards of it like explode off and then just kind of start to float in midair, like are in the blue etherealness that surrounds it.
All right, well, I'm gonna hit him again.
All right,
15 to hit.
15 will hit.
Ooh, big money. 14 or 12 damage.
Ooh. And with a second punch, you come landing it in, and you, as you do so, you punch him right square in his face, and it just explodes, and the bones just dissipate and fall to the ground as his spirit retreats back off to the west.
Great. Can I attack? Use my last attack action on one of the other guys?
Yep, you are in combat. So
Let's do. Do I do Luxalia or do I do Kitsune? How does Kitsune work? Does Kitsune
will eventually disappear. He does, but like,
won't we all though?
he's temporary.
Eventually disappear.
Whoa.
Aren't we all just temporary, Cole?
Belvin starts speaking philosophy.
He's more temporary.
Aren't we all just temporary?
He's got like once he uses all his mana pool, he disappears. So
Okay. I'll attack Luxalia's guy then.
Okay.
Last attack. 14.
14 will hit.
Oh wow, great. And that'll be 10 damage.
And as you line up for another punch, boom, you crack him right in the shoulder, and his arm just completely falls off. But it floats there holding its sword still. Yeah, that's a very lethal turn. All right, it is Godfrey's turn. He can't do anything. It is Thordain's turn. He can't do anything. Luxalia.
nice. I have an ash staff of earth.
And you can boop.
Yeah, because that's all I can do, I guess.
Pretty good though.
So I'll boop him on the
You can
head.
actually use the manic action as well, because the mana doesn't have a or like the manic weapons don't have like a minimum range, so you can use them all the way up until its main. So you don't have to boop. You could use mana, your charges of your staff, in order to smack things.
I'm gonna do that. Remind me, how the charges and durability of the staff works? It's somewhat confusing.
So the durability, you don't need to worry about as much. Basically, it's an attack roll. So you're making an attack roll. In this case, it's a ranged attack roll, or I guess melee, because you're in melee.
Sure.
And what it would be is if you make that, then your damage is going to be, I believe, whatever the staff's damage is, plus your elemental score.
Okay,
So it's
but
just an
like,
attack roll.
insofar as how many charges it has, I don't see anywhere on there.
Oh, is there no charges lined up next to it? It should have a certain number of charges that, or maybe it draws from your mana, just like your total mana store. That could be.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Yeah. And I guess if
Yeah.
that's the case, it just, because this is a two-handed staff, it takes 2 mana to just boop. Or if it has charges.
Actually,
then it's-
one or two-handed, I think.
There you go. You can do it
Anyway,
one or two-handed.
I will do that then.
Okay.
I'll do one-handed for now. I'll use my earth staff.
Okay.
And because we are dust, and to dust we shall return. And yeah, so I usually use arts, and I don't do this, so it's just a D16 plus elemental
D16 plus your
to hit.
D16 plus your range to hit.
Yes.
You have a range score, so
Doesn't 8 hit?
an 8 does not hit, unfortunately.
All right.
Oof.
As it goes, whoosh, there's a gust of wind,
God.
and it just goes right through his bones. His blue etherealness kind of wavers a little bit, but it comes back into being.
Darn.
And with that brings us to Yuki.
Yeah, so Yuki is going to remind me. She's got 3 attack actions, right? Right now. I think
She's
so,
got
yeah.
3 attack
5th
actions
level.
right now. Yep.
Okay. Cool. 8th level is what I was looking at. Okay, so she is going to, since she engaged 2 of them, so the one of the ones she engaged, the one closest to.
You can attack anybody that is within range of your weapon. So
Well,
you
I
can
know, but like
technically-
the specific skill I'm using,
Got
I need to have initiated combat.
That makes sense.
So this is the only guy who I haven't initiated.
That's
right?
correct. That's correct.
Okay. She's gonna help Zill try to like work them from this side, I guess. So she's gonna actually aim for this guy right here.
Okay.
And she's to use her Draco Slayer. It's called Arc. Break sleep. And so basically make a DC 14 battle check.
Your mic got real bad.
Is it back? Hello.
Yeah, there you go. That's way better.
Okay, it's a DC 14 survival check.
What kind of survival check?
Fortitude survival check for the guy, for this guy.
A 14. He did not pass.
Yeah. Okay, so he takes full damage, and he is also, hold on a sec, and they reduce their attack actions by -1 until the end of the combat round.
Lame.
So if it only has 1 attack action, it can't do anything. It's pretty
Wow.
good.
Alright, how much
I
damage?
know, it's pretty nice. It is 3. Hold on a sec. It is 6d8 plus my elemental dark damage. Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. This sword is cracked.
Oh, is this your
The
sword
Drake
action?
Cleaver. Yeah, it's my Void and Vorpal Broadsword action. So, so that first one was.
When did you get this sword?
It was the one from the Jabberwock,
Ah,
way back in Helix.
yes.
So like the whole time.
That's 30 dark damage to it.
Total?
Yeah, total for that one attack.
For one
That was a good
attack?
roll. I rolled really.
Oh my god.
I did really good with that one.
Oh, geez.
Well,
okay.
I rolled
Yeah,
well.
gotcha.
Yeah,
As
and
you do
then,
this, you cleave through, and the dark energy that exudes from your blade, it seems to be seeping into the pores of the bone, and you can see that its bone begins to start glowing purple as just chunks of it begin to explode and bone fragments begin. And basically, at this point, he's just a floating mass of just bone fragments with like a head, but it's all just in his blue aura.
does he look stronger?
He looks quite damaged.
Okay. I was just wondering if the dark mana did anything to him. If
It
that
doesn't look
makes
like it.
sense.
I mean, it looked like it did something to him. It looks like it damaged it.
Well, as in, like, I was wondering if it did any, like, craziness to him. Anyways, I'm going to use,
It did crazy.
let's see. So, quick question on the combat maneuvers that you use for reflex support action. Do you have to declare them before you attack?
Yes.
Okay. I won't then. I'm just gonna hold on to that. So she's gonna use her second attack action to just use with her Damascus sword just to do another just attack on the same guy.
Okay.
That is a 15 plus. Sorry. I'm just jumping between pages. 15 plus 10 to hit, so 25.
Yep.
Is that right? Yeah, 25.
That'll hit.
For 1d8 or 8. Yeah, 16 cutting damage.
And as you do so,
I'm
you
trying-
slice, and you just basically you hit, and the strength of your right on the crest of the head of it is enough to just cleave it right in half, and the bones fall to the ground, turn to dust, and the blue ethereal light balls up, goes up to the sky, and vanishes back off into the west.
Cool. Well, with that, she's also going to. Oh my, that's the wrong thing. She's going to use her Oh, that's only on a critical hit. Okay, cool. She's going to attack the guy next to him, the guy who targeted Yuki.
This one.
And she's going, and then she's going to use her third attack action with her Void and Purple Broadsword. So that would be... Oh my gosh, come on, where are you? So that's a 15 to hit. Total.
15 hits, yep.
Okay. And then is 1d10. 9 plus 9, 18 cutting damage on that one.
Okay.
And then she's using her dual wield ability, and just cause she can, she's also going to use one of her combat maneuvers as well. And so she's going to use the one where if she gets a crit, then she gets to add an extra d12 to it. So she might as well use it, right?
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah.
So as you that first whack, you're able to do it, and you do feel some resistance as it goes through basically the ethereal bones of this, almost as if you're decapitating it. Doesn't seem very effective.
Yeah, I didn't get a crit on it, but it was a 19 to hit.
Yep, that'll hit.
7 plus 9, 16 cutting damage.
And with that, you smack him up pretty good.
Yeah, that's all she can do. So, all she can do, that's a lot. But, man, this bag of bones. These bags of bones.
Okay. All right, cool. Which drops us down to the skulls. Okay, so the skulls are going to do something. We're going to go ahead and start here, the one that's been challenged by Zill. As you come and you challenge it, the skull turns around, and it has kind of like this like grin on its face. It's completely engulfed in this greenish flame. As it opens its mouth, you see that it's basically building up what looks to be some kind of a dark energy, and is going to chuck it at you.
Nice.
He's going to make an attack.
This should be fun.
Yep.
This should be fun.
You got this. I believe in you.
Does an 18 hit?
Oh, yeah.
All right. You take 14 points of dark damage as he throws a black dart into you.
Oof.
This skull back here, he's going to go ahead and use the Manic Art Flame Burst. And he's going to target right here, meaning it's a 5-foot radius. And so both Yuki and Zill, I'm going to have the two of you make Fortitude survival checks for me.
Luxalia, we're going to get hit with this too.
Luxalia, what was, what do I get bonuses on? Not Fortitude, right?
Yeah.
That's a 21 for
not-
Yuki with a
not
natural
Fortitude.
16.
No, Mind, Faith, and Charisma.
What kind of
Okay.
survival check was this, Kyle?
Fortitude.
Fortitude.
Oh, 21,
Dirty
natural
16.
16.
36. You both pass, meaning the damage is halved. The damage I'm going to give you is the halved amount. That's going to be a total of 13 points of flame damage.
That's halved?
Oh,
and then
boy.
These two skulls are going to go ahead and do the same thing. They're going to target Belbin, meaning they're going to hit Kitsune and Luxalia. So first Fortitude survival check for all three of you, I guess. Because it's a 5-foot radius. I mean, it does also hit these guys too.
Oh, good. All right. So this skull got whacked by it.
Fortitude, survival.
13
dead.
for Melbourne.
13.
Oh.
It's the sub score that we add, right?
Fortitude survival check, yeah. So it's basically just like the main stat subscore, which is whatever your main stat is divided by 2.
So it's the big number.
18. Both of you pass. Did you roll for Kitsune too?
Oh, I did. Hold on, I have to pull up his stat block.
Both of you pass. I'll calculate damage while you're doing it.
Fortitude +2, 8.
8. He fails.
No! What kind of damage is this?
Flame damage. So both Belbin and Luxalia, you take 10 points of flame damage, and Kitsune takes 20.
Yeah, Kitsune's done. Done like
he
China.
disappears.
Alright.
This guy is not the damaged one. This guy is... The other guy survives. And then this guy's also going to throw another one right into Belbin. So,
okay, they're killing the skeletons. All good.
14.
14.
15.
Both of you pass. It's going to be 12 points each of flame damage.
54?
All right, and I believe that's all of their turn, meaning we are going to...
Oh, wait! I'm dumb. Oh, no. Never mind. Yeah, it should do, I think, more. Sorry, everyone. Did you include the plus 1d6
No.
from my Heavenly Light?
No.
Ooh.
All right, we're going to roll these. So I'm going to roll this one, the additional d6. That is going to be... So both of you passed, so that's half. That's going to be 3 points of damage here.
Okay.
For this first attack. Oh, to Zil and Yuki. And then for...
Ooh.
Sorry, y'all.
Luxalia and Belbin. Let me go ahead and roll.
Wait, what
That's
just
going to
happened?
be 3
Wait,
points
why did we
extra
get hit
flame
for 3?
damage. Because
So
you guys got
Heavenly
hit before.
Heavenly Light, while this art is in effect, all flame, electric, and light element damage increases in potency by plus 1d6. And all frost, ice, and darkness is reduced by 1d6.
Wait, so since I got hit by both flame and darkness, nothing happens, essentially?
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess.
Cool.
Yeah. And then that's going to be 1 point. So 4 extra points total for Belbin and Zil, and 3 extra, or Belbin and Luxalia, and 3 extra damage for Zil and Yuki.
At least they're killing their own dudes, I guess.
Nice. That's true. Which will bring us to the other Skelly's turn. So there's 3 of them left. We'll go ahead and start here with the Belbin one. He's going to go ahead and use his just attack action, I believe. So a sword attack action. So he's going to use a saber. First attack to hit. Dun dun. Does an 11 hit?
No.
No, really?
Right? Because I get to add my dexterity to my DV.
And what's your DV without your armor?
I'm pretty sure it was 7, wasn't it? How do you calculate DV?
So DV is calculated by, it's essentially just your agility score, or not score, your agility modifier.
Agility modifier. Yeah. 12 is my DV.
Oh, look at that. That's pretty nice, not having armor. You just dodge out the way as he just cuts. I guess this is the only other one, so it's going to go ahead and attack Yuki. That's a 15 to hit.
Nope, it misses. Oh, yeah.
And it just tanks right off of your armor, shoulder pauldrons. And with that, I believe that's the end of the turn. Let's go ahead.
Mila.
Oh, yeah,
Mila's got to boop some people.
No one's in range. It's a cone.
I gotta boop some people.
Yuki's resistant to it. She's
Can
good. She's gonna ice
I guess
people.
technically she could do that. But it is Zil first. So Zil gets to go. I thought you didn't have anything you could do. Sorry.
Well, the only thing can I still use a reflex support action to throw an axe?
Yeah, if you still have a support action.
Yeah, I only used the one to challenge. So
Ooh, we got 2 then.
Nice.
although I think I've already thrown 2 axes this combat. Didn't I throw 2 last session?
You did. Last session, and
So, okay.
one of them stuck in the door of the,
Yeah.
the temple.
So this is my 3rd axe. So this is my only axe I have to throw. Woo!
All right, go ahead and roll
At
the hit.
I'm gonna throw it. I'm gonna throw it at mouse. This guy.
Okay.
I don't want to try. I don't want to accidentally hit Luxalia. Not Luxalia. Yuki. Oh gosh.
She could take
If
it.
you accidentally hit Luxalia, that'd be impressive.
Wait.
What?
You got the preparation dice too, the plus D8 if you want to use
Yeah,
it.
that's what I was just gonna ask. I can use that,
Use
right?
your hand on the
Yep.
way back.
I'm not confident about this roll. 10?
10 will not hit.
Even with the dice.
It's all good. It's all good. I'm glad I gave it to you at least. Gave you a chance.
It just goes right through his blue spiritual visage. All right, that brings us to Princess Mila, who, I mean, she's gonna be like, I'm sorry, Yuki, and she takes her staff and she does a blizzard, and it's only gonna hit this guy, so it only has the range to hit the one. He fails his survival check, meaning he's taking full damage.
What do I roll?
That is gonna be a fortitude survival check.
Wait, did Princess
18. Oh wait, more than
Mila
that.
take damage from the
14
ghost thing
plus.
too?
It's only a 5-foot radius,
19.
so she's out of the 5-foot radius of these.
I see.
Oh, what was that?
So I take a quarter 19. Does that mean I take a quarter damage?
You
from
take
it?
a quarter damage, meaning you take.
minus whatever that is because of the thing.
You take
Yeah,
4
minus
points.
1d6.
Minus 1d6.
Minus 1d6.
4
Which is-
points.
do I roll
Minus
that?
1d6.
Or do I roll that?
Roll the d6.
2 damage. Nice.
All right, you take 2 damage, and the Skelly is going to. He fails his check, meaning he is going to minus a d6. Is that correct? He takes 8 points of frost damage.
That's pretty good. We'll take it.
And that is going to bring us to the end. Positioning rules. Okay, so we're going to have these here. So, Belbin, I'm going to have you make a physical skill check. It's going to be in conjunction with this guy. 18.
21.
Push. You push him back. And then Yuki the same.
17.
You push him back too.
Nice.
All right, and now it's the top of the combat round. Hey. Go ahead and reroll priority initiative.
Belvin, you get 2. What is it? Endurance?
Stamina?
Stamina.
Stamina?
Thank you.
Ooh, thank you.
All right, Belbin.
18.
Nice. Godfried got a 12. Thordain.
9.
Why didn't Thordain attack anything?
Because he doesn't
He's
have
got
anything.
nothing. Luxalia.
So,
I got a 7.
Yuki.
14.
Okay. Zil.
10.
And Princess
Moving up
Mila
in the world.
got a 15. Nice. And so sort that out, and we're gonna go ahead and start with the pirates. They
No.
did real good. Yeah, they're just gonna come in and do their thing. 5, 10, 15, 20. We're gonna engage both of you. 5, 10. Gonna engage both of you.
Nice.
And 5, 10. Gonna engage Zil.
Perfect.
That's all
This
they
is
can
what
do.
I like to see.
The next
Like
is
to see.
Belbin.
Remind me, what do I need to do to disengage?
It's just a support action.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Support action? Yeah, support action.
I'll attempt to disengage.
All right. That is going to be a contested. Oh no, there is no check for that. You just automatically do it.
Oh, great. Okay, cool.
Touch off.
And I want to move right on over to this spot right here and engage both of those green skulls.
Nice.
Right. Initiate the combat challenge
Thanks for abandoning me.
with a
You can
damaged skelly.
heal him.
Just boop him to death. All right. The next is going to be these guys. So he is going
Oh my
to
goodness.
5, 10, float back a little bit, and he is going to use his accursed blaze again. Make a fortitude or faith survival check for me. Zil.
Yuki.
Zil.
Zil,
Ooh,
okay.
still.
Faith. Hey, I
You get a +1.
plus
Yep,
1, okay.
+1.
Plus 7 is 12. 13?
13 passes.
Ooh.
And with that, nothing
By how much?
happens.
1?
That was with the plus 1.
Thank
know.
goodness for the 1. I'll tell
I
you.
know. Actually, I think it might have just helped.
These guys are both going to attempt to inflict a cursed blaze on Belvin. So,
Sorry,
2 faith
Belvin.
survival checks.
Gave you
First
nothing.
one is a dirty 16.
That'll pass.
Ooh, the next one is a natural 16 for 21.
That'll pass as well.
Great.
Which brings us down to Princess Mila. She looks and she's like, "Who needs healing?"
Everyone.
Everyone
got
looks
another
burnt
healer?
and crisped. She has a couple healers. A couple heals.
Everyone except for Zil.
I mean, Zil could still use it.
He could use it.
She's
but-
gonna look at she's gonna really quickly look at her hit point total, and she's gonna be like, who could use it? Probably Yuki.
Yeah, and Thordane isn't looking too good.
Thordane's
You don't know
safe
that.
inside. Thordane's safe
He's
inside,
limping.
It's okay.
He's
And-
limping.
yeah, so she's got 1 heal that she can do. Actually,
Okay.
technically, she's got 2 actions. So she's gonna use 2 charges, and it's a D6 plus her piety. That's gonna be 6 points for the first heal and 4 points for the second heal.
Nice. Thank you.
That's all she can do. She is going to move back 1 space too. Yuki's turn.
Yeah, Yuki's going to spend a support action to maintain her dance.
Mm-hmm.
She's going to use a support action to disengage.
Okay.
And then she's going to go 5, 10, 15 and engage this guy right here.
Okay.
And yeah, that's what she'll do. That's her turn.
Godfried, he's gonna make his way 5, 10, 15, 20. And he calls out, "Is everything okay out there?" As he's looking at the bright light. And now it's Zil.
So if I'm engaged,
Mm-hmm.
can I still use my runes?
You can't.
Okay, great.
Yeah. Basically, anything movement related you can't do.
Because I thought there was something with arts and engaged.
No.
Okay.
Basically, if there's anything that you have to do in order to, like, for example, like it's like the art has like a minimum range or something.
Gotcha.
Like 10. It's gonna be you wouldn't be able to use it on them. So, but I think that's the
Okay,
only thing I can think of.
And range attack have now moved to attack phase, right?
Oh, range
Yes.
attack is attack phase. That's correct.
Then I'm just gonna
Chill.
I'm just gonna chill.
Thordane. What's
Thordane's
do?
gonna be like, "Oh, what an astute observation, father." And he'll go like 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. He'll see what's going on. He's gonna use a support action to deduce his scientificness. And actually, first time he's really looking at him, he's gonna try to see the life energy and see what he can find out about these guys.
Make a knowledge skill check.
Good, Thordane. Nice knowledge. He's pretty great at knowledge. That's a 14.
So clearly these creatures are dead, but there is an animating life force that is keeping them present. As he looks around and he sees that, particularly these pirates, he sees that they are floating within this magical blue mist. He's also seen what happens to them when they do die. Their life force seems connected to something that is not here. And after the destruction of their bodies, their life force gets transported back to where it came from its origin.
Okay.
And in this case, it's somewhere to the west.
Thordain will be like, oh, how curious. And he'll turn back to Godfrey and said, I don't know if we're necessarily out of the woods after this. However, I would try to, at the very least, alert the guards and let them know there's some strange ongoings after this encounter. And Thordain will draw his sword and go 5, 10, and engage here.
All right.
Yep.
Oh no.
And
He's good. Don't worry. Don't worry.
which brings us, last but not least, to Lixalia.
Yeah! First, I'm going to disengage.
Right. So which direction? You have to go ahead and move. Feel free to move your characters as much as you wish.
Over there.
Okay.
Princess Mila. And I'll even move a little further, too. Why not?
Who's abandoning who now, Luxalia?
Who's what?
Who's abandoning who now?
I'm abandoning this skeleton guy. So, yeah. She doesn't need healing, yeah?
Oh, Princess Mila's full HP. Yeah, she's doing good.
I will use a support action to drink a. I don't know. What do I have? Yeah, nothing.
You got sake?
Really, yeah, no.
Tricks
Not
Does
on my
the-
adventurers pouch.
I was gonna ask, does the
that's
adventurer's
right.
pouch still work as normal?
Yep.
Great.
Got Earth Flame wine, but I feel like it's
Yeah, and if
not
you don't have
bad.
anything in your adventure spot, you need to take a turn action in order to fill it. Meaning you can only move half. That's the only thing that you can do.
Cool.
Yeah.
Can they use other players' adventurers' pouches?
No. Give me that. Just grab it out of there.
So the improved mana potion.
Yes.
Do I replace charges of my art, or just my total mana pool?
Of your total mana pool.
Okay, so it only applies if I'm using my staff to attack.
Yes, that is correct.
So is there any way to
Interesting.
recharge my arts, or no?
Yeah, resting essentially.
Okay.
Yeah. So they're basically limited to your resting. Otherwise, they'd be very, very, very strong if you could just use them regularly all the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll use. I will. Forest Spirit, bring it back out. With my other support action.
Which space?
Is this Thordain? What's
That's
Thordain
Thordain.
doing out here? What the
He's
flip?
whacking some skeletons.
Oh my gosh.
Suddenly,
Can
mana
I
potion.
see how rough he's looking?
He's looking rough. He's
30.
bloody. He doesn't have any weapons.
Yeah.
Like his armor.
He
He's
does.
wearing
He does.
basically.
He's got
he
a
does
replica sword.
have a replica
silly-
sword. He's like huzzah as
silly
he comes
man.
out going to whack.
I will put Kitsune right here.
Okay.
And then I will use my last support action to use mana mending on Thordain, which will heal. Nice. 13.
Everybody in the
Ooh.
radius.
Yeah.
So that includes Luxalia. That includes Kitsune Witch and
Haven's,
Zil.
Okay.
Cool.
I get
Max
HP?
heals, I'm
Thordain's
telling
gonna,
you.
Thordain's gonna say, I feel revitalized.
And then
What was the amount?
They're
13.
Excellent. Thank you.
And Kitsune will use Forest Aid to heal 5 to back to Thordain.
Ooh, Thordain is loving this. He likes coming outside. in the thick of
Yeah.
it.
And that is all she wrote.
Okay. Which brings us to the combat round, meaning these pirates are going to be doing their thing. Well, both of them are attacking Zill, and so we're going to go ahead and do one at a time. This first one is going to use his Saber attack for 17 to hit.
Just because same as D&D, meets it, beats it.
Yep, beats it.
No!
17 hits.
Okay.
He is going to go ahead and deal a total
I need to
of
make a helm.
8 points of cutting damage, and he's going to use his reflex support action in order to activate his where is it? His vicious barrage, which essentially allows him to make another attack action
Lovely.
with the same weapon. He has to hit first, so if he hits, this is very good. But all right, second attack action, he gets a natural one, so he doesn't hit. So
Nice!
this pirate is going to make an attack action. He gets a natural one to hit, which doesn't do anything. This guy can't do. Does he have another weapon? Maybe not. He didn't switch it. No, all he's got is that. All right, so he can't do anything. Which brings us to Belbin.
Alrighty, Belbin is going to hit. Oh, which one do I want to hit? Let's hit the guy closest to the church. The skull closest to the church.
Okay.
And I have my Mage Slayer.
Oh, I was gonna use that too. Nice.
Yeah, these guys are gonna
Nice,
get hit
Belvin.
hard. Basically it gives
Hope
Hope
to attack rolls and
and
damage rolls.
damage. Yeah.
Yep, because they did cast an art this turn. That's true.
Yep. Yeah,
Alright.
I was hoping they would do it. All right, let's do this. First attack. Oh, with hope. Let me see. Ooh, Will a 14 hit?
14 will hit.
Nice.
Alrighty. Damage will be 10 damage.
As you wind up, you go boom, and you just pop it completely. It just explodes in the air. Pieces come falling to the ground. This does not have a blue spirit surrounding it, and its spirit does not go off to the west.
Next guy.
Okay.
Second attack. Golly, I'm glad it has.
I'm glad I
hope.
got
Okay.
one round of attacks from these guys.
21 to hit.
Yeah, that'll hit.
It'll be 11 damage.
Where the road goes. Only time. All right, sweet. Yeah, you exploded them. They're very dead.
Nice.
And I can't use my last attack action. Yeah, I think that's all I can do.
I think that's all you can do as well.
Yeah.
All right, well, there's only one of them left. It is their turn, so it is going to attempt.
Wait, did Belvin kill them on their own turn?
No, his
No, it was
turn.
my turn. It was my
It
turn.
was before.
Oh.
Yeah. Now it's their turn, so they just happen to be out.
Melvin,
right after
speedy
each other.
quick.
Got it.
Yeah, he's gonna go ahead and he's gonna throw a black dart at Yuki.
Nice. Good luck.
How far are you? No, you're too far away.
It's a 16 hit.
All good. It does.
All right, that's 14
But it gets
points of
reduced
dart.
by one. Well, it gets reduced by 1d6.
14 points minus a d6, which is minus 2, so 12 points.
Woo! Ow! Right in the rib meat.
It's right in
Right
the
in
rib
the rib.
meat. All right, that's all they can do, meaning it is now Princess Mila's turn. She has one charge of healing left, which she is going to use on Yuki, or Luxalia. She sees Luxalia feeling a little squingy, and so
thanks.
she's gonna
Squingy, what a word.
4 points, 4 points of healing.
Nice. Those were good.
Thanks.
I hope that helps. It's not much. As she basically touches you as her rod is glowing, and just you feel this healing energy come over you. And with that, that's all she can do. Oh wait, no, she can't do that. This is attack action. She can't.
Wow, thanks for nothing.
Draw it.
I withdraw. I'm sorry. Yuki, is your turn. Because she can't do anything.
Yuki's gonna be like, ow! That hurt real bad! And she's just gonna whack him. She's gonna use Mage Slayer as well against him.
Ooh, man. Wait, where is this? I'm talking to myself.
16, so she even gets the wind
Max
damage
damage.
buff on top of it. Well, it's max damage plus wind damage as well, or earth damage, I should say.
Yep.
Which the max damage for cutting was going to be 19. 19 cutting, and then it's 2d4. Is it? Or 3d4 element plus element. 4, 5, 6 earth damage. And they're prone, if they can be prone.
All right, and with that, the skull falls and is just kind of rolling in the sky, but it is still alive. Your weapon doesn't seem to be doing much to it.
Impressive. Even the earth damage?
With the 6 earth damage, yeah.
Yeah, 6 earth damage. Ooh, impressive. It's just like, oh, you're tougher than I thought. And she's going to attack again with her Damascus.
Telling you, weaknesses and resistances.
It's rough.
What did
Makes
Tobin
sense.
hit it with?
Impact damage. His fist
22. 22 to hit.
Yeah, 22 hits.
So 6 plus 8. 14 cutting.
You batter
Damage.
the skull enough in order for the second slash to just cleave right through it, and it falls dead.
Nice. And then Yuki's gonna look over to Zill and see what she's dealing with. And she's going to say, "You got him, Zill!" She has another attack action, but she can't do anything. So.
Zill does got him.
Which brings us down to Zill's turn. Speaking of which,
Let's go.
Question.
yes.
Frost and ice, aren't those the same?
Yep. Why?
That's
Is-
the ice at Frost.
I'm gonna double check what's in the thing, but Heavenly Light says it reduces frost, ice, and darkness, and that
It
just
should
seemed
not be.
redundant.
It should be.
Is it
I might have
Earth,
mistyped it, so
probably?
let me double check it.
It's probably
Yeah.
Earth.
Okay.
Because
If
as I
it-
mentioned, there's the 6 elements, and like it reduces,
Right.
and then it increases by 3 of them.
Okay. I'll double check and I'll let you know. But
Could be Earth.
Let me know if it is wrong, and I can add it to the document.
great.
All right.
But is there any way to hit both of these guys with a 15-foot cone and not hit Yuki?
No.
Okay.
You will automatically hit.
That's
you.
fine, Zill. Do it.
I know. I'm more concerned about hitting Thordain than Yuki.
Yeah,
So.
Yeah,
Thordain's
Yuki's
safe.
fine.
It would be if you do it this way, it like literally goes like.
Yeah.
Yuki's got potions.
Great.
She'll be fine.
Hit Zill's
One of the
wrist
benefits
just-
about using hexes instead of squares is it's easy to track
figure out cones. Yeah.
cones and stuff.
Zill's wrists start glowing. You can see through his armor. Just what color do his runes glow? Is that up to me?
They glow a very light pale blue.
Okay. So you see this well, you might see this light pale blue as he just looks at these two skeletons and just unleashes Bruda.
This
Which-
basically this like sonic boom just erupts from his
Yes.
voice.
So-
What kind of survival check?
It is a agility survival check, but it's for going prone. They take full damage no matter what.
Nice.
The first one got an 18, and the second one got a
Yuki got 12.
5.
The 5 fails. Yuki and the 16 pass.
Okay, so this guy
Everybody takes 12 impact damage.
Also, yes, in the P&G whatever patrons and whatever.
It says ice too.
It says ice. Yeah.
Okay, cool. This guy just explodes, Boosh! And as he falls, and his spirit and goes off to the west. This guy gets damaged as you see many chunks just get blown out of even the aura of the essentially of his basically glowing aura. Unable to recover those which he has lost, but he is not looking good.
Great, then we're swinging an axe at him.
Right.
And is this the one that went prone?
This is not. The one that went prone got
Okay.
exploded.
Okay, cool.
He was previously damaged, and he...
9...
You're welcome.
15.
15 will hit.
Excellent. How much damage am I doing? 2d8. I don't have the right dice out. I'm so used to only needing one dice. 5 plus 6 plus 12. Wait, I still have my...
Is it 2d8? The dash?
2d8.
Ooh.
Yeah, the axe is 2d8 plus 6. So 12 cutting damage and an additional 3 unresisted impact damage.
And
So
as,
15 damage.
As you slam down into it, he looks at you, and his mouth stands agape as you just cut right down the middle of him, and he is unable to recover what has been broken, and his spirit
Amazing.
ascends off to the west. Which brings us to only one creature remaining. Thordane, it is his turn.
Thordane takes a whack towards the skeleton right before it disappears and into the air. And he turns to Zill and he's like, "Oh, why? I'm glad I could help." He looks back and gives the Kitsune spirit a pat on its head. Like this. "Oh, yes, you shush."
Luxalia will use her flame staff.
Okay.
Make a ranged attack against this lad.
The guy you ran away from.
Yep.
The guy who got away.
My old flame. Does a 11 hit?
11 does not hit.
Balls.
Yeah, the flame just whoosh, it cascades over him, but it finds no placement.
Cool.
What is the modifier for that?
My range is a 3 plus 3.
Okay.
And that's you don't add like there's no proficiency or anything you add, right? It's just
What kind of staff is it?
it's an ash staff.
Ash staff. Ash staff has no additional bonuses. That's correct.
Alright.
Cool.
Random question, Kyle.
Yes.
In the books, should all damage types be capitalized?
You should be.
Okay, cool. Noted. It's on the document.
Sweet. And with that, that brings us to the very top of the combat round again.
Let's do it.
Go ahead and roll initiative. There's one guy
Hey!
left. There is one guy left. I have a hunch this is very quick.
Who's gonna get to him first? I've got a feeling it's Belvin.
Whoever's fastest.
It's Belvin.
Bruh. Is anyone below half their HP?
Yeah, Yuki is.
Oh, Yuki is?
Why aren't you within 10 feet of me, bro?
He just got
Because he
rude
was-
on.
Just
She was-
rude.
Just
Alright.
rude.
Belbin.
I'm sorry.
Natural
Thordane
8 for
gets
24.
Oh!
2.
Totally Belvin's
I
going
think Belbin's
first.
got it.
Yeah,
Thordane
Belvin's got him.
gets 2 stamina for
Princess
Thordane.
Mila
nice.
is 14. Yuki.
Yuki got a natural 1 for a 2.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You only have a +1 to initiative.
Well, because she's got heavy armor on, so she gets a -1 to her initiative.
I
Zill.
know. I thought
Bummer.
Zill was slow. 12.
Godfrey got 17.
Even with heavy armor, Zill's got a +3.
That's pretty good. It's pretty darn good.
Well, he's got boots on that negate it.
Thordane. Thordane might be the only challenge to Belbin.
Belbin. 20.
Thordane might get the victor.
He just gets the 20. Yeah.
All right.
Only a 20.
And
but-
Luxalia.
Only.
14.
All right. And with that, we go into our next combat round, starting with Belbin, then Thordane.
He's going up and starting a combat initiative.
Boacha. Thordane, what's he doing?
He's going 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and starting a combat initiative.
He is currently trapped.
Yeah.
Surrounded and trapped. Godfrey is going to just chill. Then there's no more skulls. Princess Mila. She is going to 5, 10. No, just kidding. She's gonna use her healing on Luxalia now. So
Nice.
That's 4 points again. So 4 points of
Sweet.
Feeling
I
good.
hope that helps. And she's gonna step inside the door of the church. That is then it's Luxalia.
Luxalia is going to first send Kitsune 5, 10, 15, 20 over here to heal.
She's crawling at this point. Oh, that was intense, Zil.
7 points.
Nice. I'll
Oh.
take it.
Better than
Oh, what
Mila.
a good kitsune. And she pats it.
And then, yeah.
By the way,
No,
everybody,
you-
thank you for tracking your stamina, because I can tell.
That's what we do.
Yuki,
That's what we do.
why
Oh, I
are you
missed one.
so
Oops.
far from everybody?
It's okay. Don't worry about me. If you're using your mana stuff on me, I got potions. I'll be fine.
Okay.
I'm good.
Yeah, that's kind of all I got.
Okay, you're gonna move.
No, I like. Well, we'll get out of Zill's way. Yeah.
And with that, it is Zill's turn.
Can Zill tell that this guy, what condition this guy is in?
The skeleton? Well, he's got fragments floating in
I think
the
he's
in the
dead.
ether. He's pretty damaged.
Great.
He is, I don't know why
Zill
I
is
freaked
gonna go roughly this direction,
Okay.
looking for the axe that he threw.
The axe is
Do
gonna
I
be
need-
right
Wow.
here.
I got
Just
out of
laying
your
on
way.
Do I need to roll anything,
Nope,
or
just grab it.
great? I'm gonna pick up my axe.
Got movement.
I've got
still.
2 more to find. Yeah. And then
There's-
I'm
I
gonna
believe
start
there's
moving.
one right here, and then there's one embedded in the door.
Let's see. I was like here.
Princess
5,
Mila's
10,
trying to pull it
20,
out.
50. I'm going for my other axe, but that's as far as I got.
Okay, perfect. And then that's gonna be the pirate. He's already initiated, and then Yuki.
Yuki's gonna be like, oh, what a good kitsune, and she picks him up and cradles him with a support action. And
Nice.
she's just like, oh yes, that's a good fox. And
A
she'll
little
start
ghost.
walking back this way because she doesn't know he's here. She thinks it's over, so she's gonna start walking back. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. And then she sees this guy and she's like, gives it the stink eye and switches out to her bow. And she moves right. She drops Kitsune here and moves right here and just takes aim just in
Alright.
case, because you never know. You never know.
All right, that is the end of that. Belbin.
Bring us home, Belbin.
Okay, first
Don't
attack.
miss.
And so there's
This one
lots of
will be a miss.
opportunities here.
10? 10 miss?
10 misses.
All right,
No!
second attack. Not one. Oh.
Belbin!
Okay, no, this one will do it. That's a nat 16.
Yep.
Oh,
That's maximum damage.
Well, I've got quite a few things on top of that. This guy is going to be eaten to smithereens. Max damage would be 12, but I also get to add my physical modifier. So that'd be 20, and then I also get to add my deadly lashing.
Wait. How are you getting 12 before your modifier?
Because it's 1d4 plus your physical,
Yes.
right?
plus melee to hit, or no, plus physical damage. And then why do you get a bonus additional physical?
Because it's
Like
an
a
at
plus
16.
1.
Hold up.
Are you asking why I get a
Could-
plus 1?
I'm just curious on the math of there, because like maximum damage would be 1d4 plus your physical
4.
modifier. That's it.
Right. And my physical is 8.
Yeah, so 12. But what other bonuses are there?
It's let me go over to my player information. It's the lethal blow.
Got it. So it's a trait that awaits have.
Yes.
Got it.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Nice.
And then
When the Fate Weaver's questioning his own game.
I had me sweating there. I was like, am I cheating? And then I get
If
deadly
anybody
laughter.
would, it would be Belvin.
True. I've been getting away with
This
it
damage,
too
I'm
long.
actually
How are
doing more
your
damage than
punches
I
so
am.
strong? Well, I cheat.
Steroids. Why do you think he acts the way he does? It's roid rage.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Ripping his
Then I
shirt
get-
like the Hulk.
Then I get a D12
He's got too many potions he's taken.
for my deadly lashing. So that'll be 24 damage.
Oh.
Yeah, you just
See you, buddy.
explode him. You just like double fist, just boom. You just basically hammer smash him down, and he breaks and he dies, and that is the end of combat.
And with that, Yuki uses her Battlefield Dirge, I believe is what it's called, and it's something she can do after combat as one of her bardic actions. And I can read it to y'all so you know what it does,
Do it.
because it's real good.
Can you sing
I'll
it
be
to
right
us?
back.
Where is it? Yes, sure. Where is it?
Wait,
Oh,
what
it's
do you-
Victory March, not Battlefield Dirge. So immediately at the conclusion of a combat in which you participated in, you may spend 10 minutes to play an inspirational song detailing the epic tale of the battle which has just transpired. You and all allies in range can hear the song and are not affected by the aren't affected by the death and sass ailment. Make a DC 10 minus my influence, which is
7.
my influence. Yeah, 7. So DC 7. Wait, your influence score charisma survival check. On a successful check, the listening creature gains 1 blessing. I don't think any of us need it. Are we all
No.
blessed?
Yeah, we're all
I'm not blessed.
Okay, blessed for the Luxalia if you pass it.
DC 7, I think. I think should be okay.
DC 7. Well, I
Charisma
rolled a 7, and what is it? Faith?
Charisma.
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 Survival.
So 11.
Oh, you passed it. Then you get a blessing. And Father Godfrey can roll too if he wants. And Yuki will pull out her harp and go like, Brum, I'll tell you the tale of the skeletons, Brum. And she'll go on. They were glowing blue, but they are dead now, Brum. Their spirits went to the west, and there were some glowing skulls, Brum. And now they are once from dust, now back to dust. Brum. Bless.
Wow. Yeah. There it is.
There it is. This is probably horribly out of tune.
It's good. It's good.
I love it.
Okay.
combat
But
has
then,
ended.
yeah. And Yuki goes up to Thordane and says, "What are you using, Thordane? That thing looks ancient."
And he says, in return, he says, well, unfortunately, and as he nods over to Belbin, he says, we were robbed in the night.
I think I saw your sword, actually. And Yuki, while Belbin's there, kind of retells the tale of them going to the auction house and how they had earlier had gone to the beach.
Tale of Captain
Exactly.
Jack Sparrow.
Exactly. And goes to the beach and exploded a ship, and she heard, and then that they went to an auction house, and just entails the whole thing of them going to this creepy place with the slime to become the bringers of death. And but we're not gonna do that. And she's gonna tell Thorday, I think I saw your sword. It was in like the vault in the auction house. I couldn't tell though. if it was or not, but it looked like the Gladys.
He looks to you and he says, such a powerful weapon to be in the hands of black market people?
Is it powerful? I don't think I've ever seen you use it, Thordane.
I wish I knew how.
Oh, all right. Well, in the meantime, if you want to join us, and Yuki hands over her hunting bow and gives
Well,
it
who
to
knows?
him.
Maybe whoever bought it won't be able to use it either.
and all the treasure got divvied up between everyone else. Just gonna have the
Thordane says it might not have been useful in combat, but it was good company. As he takes the bow and he thanks you, and he just walks back into the temple.
Yuki's just
he goes to work about repairing the hole in the floor, which he had prepared.
Oh yeah, it's good.
How did he make the hole in the floor?
It was a trap.
Oh, right. Right.
Well, Yuki goes
People
up
start
to...
entering. He's like, "Stop, everybody! This is a dangerous, hazardous zone." As he begins to uncover it and starts working to mend it.
All right. Well, Yuki calls a team huddle. All right, gang. Team huddle. And Yuki asks what Belbin and Thordane have been doing. Where were you guys? You guys have been missing all day.
We woke up in this
Good
place
start.
with a lot of people. Yeah. Well, we don't know how we got there. I don't think. It was a weird night, I guess.
It was precarious, that's for sure. As Thordane.
Yeah. I got drugged. We'll go through the whole thing of Thordane saving me getting drugged, me having to come here and happening to be outside, but we were both naked. Actually, was Thordane naked? Or was that
No,
just
I was not naked. I was wearing a nice, a frilly shirt. There was
You
a
kept
dance.
that on while we were running away?
Oh yeah.
What else would I have done with it? I packed it for my belongings. It's quite nice. Good for a pompous or regal affair.
I wonder if you can trade that back for all your stuff.
Belbin, how different is you being naked than you normally dress?
Well,
Lesson
right now-
learned, Zil. Do not drink strange drinks from people you don't know.
Oh, but
Yeah,
those are the
that's like-
best.
Listen. Oh, no.
I thought I learned that back in college, but I guess not.
What is college?
It's where you go to get more knowledge.
Yes.
What is knowledge?
It's a
This
check that I'm
explains a
very
lot.
good at.
Also, can Zil go pick up his other two axes before he forgets?
Yeah, of course.
Great.
But well, and Yuki pipes in and says, "Well, that all seems very precarious. But I think we have bigger fish to fry. As I had explained before, there's going to be this ritual going on. And what time is it right now in game?
So
About-
currently, so the ritual's at 3. Is that correct? Yeah, 3.
3:30, wasn't it? Or
could
was
be
it 3?
I think it was 3.
It was at 3.
Your trek over after around 2 a.m. when the here, we'll just pull up the map here. When you had finished the auction, it took you about 15 minutes to get to the Princess Mila. The whole thing that transpired, that was probably about 15 minutes. You made your way up here. Probably only a few minutes transpired for the combat, but yeah, it's getting really close. You're gonna have to start making
Hustle
some
over there.
decisions about what you're doing here.
So here's the problem. We have this slime. Zil, why don't you show? And as she's doing this, she's talking to Father
Isn't
Godfrey.
it in Gloof?
Oh yeah, it is in Gloof. That's right. Takes it out of Gloof and says, "We have this slime." And while Father Godfrey's here, and she's like, "Father, we're wondering if we should get your advice quickly on what we should do going on from here. It seems that this ritual that none of us, I think, intend on taking full participation in it, is to use this to create life. However,
To not create life, but
yeah, to
think to
get
bring the
dominance
dead
over it.
back
Back
to
to
life.
life. That's correct. But my biggest worry is that, we purchased this slime, but it almost seemed like we were purchasing the service of this cultist, this cult of. Do we know? Does Yuki know she's Cult of Ezaaldum? I think she does, right?
Yeah, because you're the ones who explored the ship, and so with the same boys, so you probably would know more than anyone.
Luxali and I believe that she is part of the Cult of Ezaaldum, Terror of the Sea.
And the Cult of Burbledao, who is dead. I don't know if anyone's told them that, but but they were present too.
They were, and it just makes me concerned considering the fact that if we didn't show up, I mean, I'm afraid that this is our chance before she let her get away. But at the same time, I don't want to be put in a position that puts our souls at risk as well. And she's very contemplating this. She's very on what should happen. She's asking for Father Godric's advice.
Yeah, and as Father Godfrey is making his way over and giving you all towels in order to... That was a very wet fight, that's for sure, out there. And so he gives you towels, but as he hands it over to Princess Mila, he can actually see that she's pretty much dried up already, almost as if she has a natural moisture wicking from her. And she refuses it politely, but he offers you all to have a seat, and he says... I'm sorry that this was your experience after visiting Fulton Rock. It has been relatively peaceful in years past, but... Listen. The world that we live in, Everlast, the world broader, it's always belongs to Malvish. While this land is Alamnia's gift to humanity, his protection receded back in the days of the first men, after the first betrayal. It was because of man's unfaithfulness.
Just kind of does this.
He continues, and he says, it was because of man's unfaithfulness that we now fall under the dominion of the evil one. But, and he hesitates for a moment as he pulls up a chair and he sits down as well. But
Godfrey's a man, right?
He's a man, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But these are darkening days. The shadow grows more prominent than in ages past. And as you can kind of feel this air of kind of a little bit of hopelessness based off of everything that you've been seeing, that you've experiencing, especially the recent events of the past day or so. You had the sacrifice, but since then it's been one thing after another, from burning ships, from kidnappings, from cult, from all this treachery, to literally finding or fighting off the living dead. And he says, after a moment, he says, but do not lose hope, for this is the sign of the one to come. One who will dispel all the darkness, the shadow, and bring not only light, but life everlasting to Everlast. Well, the scripture says that only in the darkest days, when all that is good stands on the precipice, the one who will repair the bridge between Everlast and the kingdom of Landisfrain reveal himself once again. It's impressive that you've been able to survive such tragic events in this town. But I think that strength is a testament to what your purpose is. You can fight back the shadow. But because of that, the shadow will only hunt you more. Where you go, so too does darkness arise. And Malvish will do everything possible to stop you from completing your task, as he gestures over to the Galoof bag.
We know. We've met him.
We all have to some degree. There's a darkness that lurks in all of us, and he's looking at each of you as this is happening. There's a darkness that lurks in each of us. The temptation to betray that of our Creator. You will find yourselves being challenged, which is why you must not lose hope. I do fear without you and your actions as of late, Fulton Rock would have ended. This temple would have ended. Your actions here will be remembered. Even if there's nobody here to witness it, I will make sure that people know. As far in regards to your predicament, and he gestures over to the jar of slime, and he says, "It's unfortunate that you've been embroiled in such a wicked task. They said, this cultist said that it gives you the power to be able to reanimate the dead, be the master of life and death itself. I do find that curious, especially after the events of what we just currently witnessed. There must also be another wielder of such power. I am unsure what this could mean. Whether this cultist that you wish to go meet holds that power herself, or if there's another out there. But I know
that
it's
is in the
dangerous."
west.
Mm-hmm.
Dordain
Dordan
nods.
says, "Oh yes, I can concur. Yes, yes, I saw that too."
I will do what I can to make sure I find out what information around town. It is very late at night, but there should be a guard that's out, which is why it's curious that I haven't seen anybody. No warning bells or anything of the kind. They slipped in the dark of night, under cover of fog and storm. I will do what I can to find out, but this decision is ultimately yours. If you wish to go confront this cultist, or if you wish
Father
your path
God.
take a different path, it's up to you.
Father Godfrey, I have one more question that I've been pondering. In our encounter with these demons, of course, we've encountered Burpledal himself, but we've also encountered humans who have also seemed to be embroiled in this. For example, and she recalls the story quickly, that recalls the story of Amios on Aishan Island
Amos.
and says Amos, Amos on Aishan Island, and how like he was a man, but he was completely like consumed by the void. And Yuki's like, I get the same vibe from this lady. What is the teaching on slaying souls that are, how to say, still living here on Everlast, but maybe have been corrupted by the evil ones, perchance?
The beauty of Alomnia's creation lies in the fact that everybody is redeemable. Sometimes the bad actions that people do, while maybe they have made decisions that have led to that, it only proves them to be a vessel for evil works. But if the evil spirits that fill them are vanquished, the burden is lightened to a degree. One of the things that the evil one, he's always trying to draw people away from Alumnia. He seeks to destroy souls. He seeks to keep them from Alumnia. And in death, hold them forever. But his manifestations here in Everlast, here in the real world, I do find that oftentimes they have a opposite effect. We're living in an age where people more and more are not believing in the effects of the king up high. They look towards progress, they look towards their own doings. And they do not believe in good or evil. But it is the clear presence of evil that I do think shows that there is a clear presence of goodness. The fact that Malvish is gathering his forces, setting them loose on the peoples of Everlast, only shows one thing. It teaches people. It teaches them that there is evil that exists. And they will use those whose hearts are corrupted. Malvish will do it to use them to his own plan. But ultimately, Alomnia will use that evil for good. In betrayal, there is life. For those souls that have been corrupted by evil, there's always hope. As long as there is breath left within them, there is always hope. But there are those who are far gone, who have made the decision to be separated from Alomnia, that no matter how much of convincing they take, they will not be won over. They've already given their hearts to Malvish. But I do find that those people are far and few in between.
And Luxalia will say, or not Luxalia, Yuki will say, it just seems like this lady, this cultist that's going to be performing this ceremony, Luxalia and I heard her on the beach, and she seems to have a power over people. And poor Rickett, he seemed so afraid of her when he met with her, and I just got no good feelings from her. Like I said, it reminded me of Amos, the evil the evil sorcerer wizard. I don't know what it is.
Sure it's Amos.
Oh, that's
No,
right.
it's definitely Amos. Definitely Amos.
But in my time, I never really batted two eyelids about whether or not to take a life with these blades as she pulls them out from the side. But my stay here on Island Island, on Fulton Rock, has kind of made me rethink this and given me pause. 'Cause I truly feel like this lady has given herself over to Malvish, but it's not just going to be her. It's going to be Rollo Beaumont himself who's also down there, and I believe he can be redeemed too. And I don't want necessarily anything bad to happen to him. I don't know, Father. Whatever we do going forward, I would want nothing more than just a blessing. Your blessing for whatever is to happen going forward.
And with that, he nods, and before he does so, there is a deep, heavy knock on the door. And you hear a voice call outside, a voice that is familiar. And he says, "Open up! Open up! I have news."
Ooh.
And
We open the door, I guess.
yeah, and High Priest Godfrey, he says, "Who could it be at this hour?" As he creaks the door open, and he immediately, his caution is thrown to the wind as he opens the door, and revealed in the storm is a familiar-looking face, the tall, burly man of Pietric, along with a hooded figure in the back. And Pietric walks in, and he says, "Oh, good. I'm happy that you're up. There are many, many dead. The dead. They walk." And he and the door closes behind, and the hooded man, he stands just behind Pietric, and you can tell that they have been through it. Pietric's fists are bloodied as if he was punching brick walls, most likely punching bones, as he made his way up here, and he says, "I was afraid that they were going to come for this place." And he looks back to the hooded figure, and he says, "I brought you here. I'm glad we made it in time." And with that, the man lifts the hood from his face, and a very familiar, kind eyes look at you. This is the face of Jack. And with that, we are going to end our session for today.
Ooh, Jack! Wait, he's the Helix guy, not the
Yeah.
Helix.
He's the
Helix guy.
Yeah, he's the guy who sent you on your task to gather. He was the guy that you met at
Dang.
Camilla's abode.
Oh my God! It's bringing us back.
Dang.
Freaking Jack. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
I don't know why. That felt like kind of a quick session for today, but
It was 2
good.
hours.
yeah, a couple
That's okay.
hours. But we're gonna go ahead and jump into really quickly you guys' thoughts on today's session, and whatnot. Our next, before any of you do leave, our next session is going to be later this month at the end on the 25th for those who are in the west, or for those who are in the east like me. It's going to be the 26th at 10:30 a.m. JST. And so make sure to join us for that. Should be friggin' sweet. But I'm going to go ahead and hand it over to you, Max. Go ahead, Zil.
Yeah, I mean, nothing crazy. Mostly combat, which is
Mostly
always
combat.
fun. It's so interesting playing a tank because it's like, okay, well, everyone is focused on me. I'm doing my job. We're good here. But definitely, I've got a couple things that it's nice to know about the mana potions because I've only got one thing that uses mana. Which I've got 18 charges of mana. So between that and mana potions, which I have a few of, it's good to know. Like, just don't hold back on that. But I have to be within 10 feet of an ally to use it. It's the ability to take the damage.
Got it.
So as far as I can tell, I'm pretty sure it's my only thing that uses mana at the moment. So that was good information to get of like, okay. So my focus is always like, okay, how can I stay within 10 feet of somebody if they need help, but also get in the way of everybody? Which I think I did a decent job of. I mean, it's tough when we split up like that. It's really tough to figure out, okay.
It's also tough when you clump up, too, because as you saw...
Yeah.
Fire.
It's like...
Lots of fire.
Which I appreciate. For those who don't know, we've got this... on, like, the side of our character sheets, we've got every other character, their class, which, okay, not the most important, but also their health status, which is just, like, I think there's 5 conditions.
Yeah, there's 5 states. There's, like, fully
downed.
Healed. Yeah.
Yeah, downed, which is they're at 0. They need help ASAP.
They're bleeding.
Bloodied, which is they're 50% or less. Injured, which is if they're 75% or less. Bruised, which is if they're not fully healed and fully healed. So, I don't know if that's considered metagaming or not, but you gave it to us.
I gave it to you for a reason.
So
yeah, and that's more. Yeah, that's kind of it more. It's your way of gauging. That's why I didn't give you like the exact HP thresholds that everyone was at, because it's your way as characters of gauging like how beat up people look. And so like, you don't have to ask. It's just like if someone is like bloodied, like they're like looking bad. They could be at half HP, or they could be like literally next to death.
Which for Cole, you might, if we're all in the same state, you might want to know the exact numbers. Yeah. But for me, I'm like, okay, if I can see the state, and like you're saying, I interpret that as okay. Zil sees, okay, Belbin's bruised, Yuki's face is full of blood. Like, he's gonna go to Yuki.
That Vrudod did her in. It was nice.
I know.
It's all good.
But yeah, just
trying
to.
I just picture like the like this like sonic boom that comes forth from him, and Yuki looks into and sees this, and it's just like her face just goes like you know, like when you like pull in G's.
Which it's tough because it's like, okay, there's still a part of me that just likes being as close to max HP as possible, which is not related to Everlast at all. That's just how I play like games. So just still trying to break out of that habit. It's like, no, I have as much HP as I do, so I can take hits. Go take hits. So I think I need to be less cautious with that rune guard ability, and just like, if I'm within 10 feet and they take a hit, just take the hit. Don't like worry about it later. Just take the hit. Eclaas can heal me. So just need to get more into that mindset.
For sure.
But no, it's always a lot of fun. I'm realizing when I get the chance, got several equipment priorities. I think I should get rid of my boots and get some sabatons. Resilience really hasn't come up, but having a bonus to it is better than initiative. Initiative's great for everyone, but it's not, 1 point is not going to make or break me. I want to upgrade my helmet to get better DV. And then I always want to upgrade my axes. Which my hand axes are as good as they can right now, but I want a Refinium Great Axe. I still do.
Yep. I get that.
So that's all I got.
Sweet. Cole, your thoughts before you do have to peace out.
Yeah, it was good. I mean, people didn't die, so
The healing was clutch. I'm not gonna lie. Like the fact that the fact that you can use your mana mending and like mass heal is always really good. But I feel like you were doing pretty good as far as gauging like who needed it and whatnot. Like that was impressive. You started using your staff and realizing that it's sometimes more difficult to hit than you would have initially thought.
My accuracy is just real bad. But you know, I also need to look back at arts because like equipping them and just going over
I
that
am
again.
currently in the process of making something a little bit easier, so you'll have like actual elements to be able to like move around and like do that. So don't worry, I'm gonna try to make that a little bit easier so things are...
But just like because partly like I think if I got rid of restore life, which is a 5th level, I could like add some other stuff that would be just make me more versatile. So just that sort of stuff. But also I do have a way. I was just kind of looking through all of the stuff that I have. I swear it's like I'm relearning this every time I play somehow. Which is
well, especially with combat, it's literally been so long since like our previous combat, so it's good to kind of have it to refresh.
Yeah, but I realized that I in my like class have a way of regaining mana slots. So yeah, figuring that out. I kind of just like forgot about items as a thing at all. So I really need to look at that because right now I just like I have an empty improved healing potion in my adventurer's pouch. Like I need to. I had that and I was like, well, that's useless. So I just like need to go through my stuff and just like, you know, make sure that the things that are in there are stocked up and whatnot. And I'm assuming we can do that now.
Yep.
Like
basically, just like during combat, it's just like you're taking your bag off and you're like shuffling through and refilling your pouch. So that's just like literally just like I have it on me. So yeah, right now you have the ability to do that.
Yeah, and then figuring out this amulet thing.
I'll edit it. I'll make sure I'll get you the new correct edit.
Honestly, I'm not even sure I added to my... Oh, there it is. Necklace of Storms. Okay. So anyway, yeah, it was a lot of remembering and figuring things out and not letting people die. Yeah, it's just like...
It's nice to have Kitsune Spirit back again.
Yeah, and I'm just trying to figure out action economy because, like, all of my support... Like, I have a lot of support actions, which is great, but almost all of my support actions, what I can do is use an art, and I'm trying not to blow through all my arts because there's not an easy way of getting them back. So just trying to figure that out too. But
and sometimes too, like if you don't have anything to do, just that's it. Just move, make sure you're positioned where you are, and
sometimes that's what it was. But yeah, just trying to figure that out. So are there like besides like disengage, are there free support actions like that don't use an art or just like something you can like do?
There are. I can actually write up a list and get that to all of you guys just so you guys can have that as a reference to be able to just like look at, just be like, okay, well, I don't want to use an art. What are all the things that I possibly can do? I can go ahead and write that reference up and send that to you guys.
Okay, cool.
I'll just put it on your character sheets so you guys know, so you guys don't have to go through the process of doing that.
Appreciate that. But yeah, I mean, it was a fun session. Man, some name drops at the end there. I'm like, I know your name.
Who is this?
Why?
Man, it's been like since 2019 that I've
I know, it's literally been so long.
Yeah, is a Jew. I remember that guy.
Yeah, I remember the name. I was like, yep.
He was literally, I think, in like the second session that Zill was part of the party. He's just like, you're part of this now. And Zill's just like, okay.
Yeah. Because where did we get the scroll from?
Him.
Did we get it from Jack?
Was it from Jack?
No. You were sent by him to get it to Shiloh. And then when you were at Shiloh, you did your whole stuff with like Eska, and you went and you got it then. But yeah, he sent you on your quest to get it. The
scroll
Find
mill, you
a
got it in-
priest. Okay,
It was
it's
in
been
by-
so long.
It's been a while. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's good.
So anyway, yeah, and then the other guy, who wasn't Jack,
Pietric.
remind me who he is.
He's the guy that you
He's
guys
the guy
met
who's
at the
in the
Adventurers Guild here in Folden Rock. You
He's
had
the
a conversation.
fisher.
Yeah, he's the fisherman. He was the guy that you had a conversation with initially.
Not
when
the
you
guy that had our friend Mila. Not him.
No, not him.
Okay, that's who I originally thought it was. I'm like, oh, why is he here? But that makes more sense. Yeah.
Yeah, basically he's
Okay.
like the guy from the Adventurers Guild that you guys spoke with initially, because he was recommended to you as one of the people, because he kind of knows what's going on around.
I don't know. I feel like we did not get a warm welcome from this Adventurers Guild.
Well,
at
not
Golden Rock.
not from the main guy, that's for sure.
He was like, "Oh yeah, you guys suck," and we're like, "Nah, like we're pretty good." He's like, "No, Ezaaldum's pretty scary. Maybe don't send adventurers after him." He's like, "Well, you just suck," and you're like, "Oh, okay, all right, man."
So bad charisma rolls will get you.
Yeah, I suppose. Anyway, yeah. So good session. Yeah, that's all I got.
Dave, do you have anything?
Yeah, it's funny. I'm starting to try to use in combat my support actions better. I know, like, when I would say before this battle, it's been pretty rough, and I felt like I had a lot of unused support actions. And the nice thing about being a blade dancer DPS is while a dance is going, I get another support action. So instead of just having the two, I get an extra one to be able to use, which I'm trying to use more. So like if I don't use it during my actual support phase, it's nice because I can use it as a reflex support action, for example, to use Mage Slayer or to use some other things. So trying to again, like Cole, trying to understand my action economy a little bit more. I mean, I know I can put out the damage for sure, but trying to get as much out of the turn as possible. And I just need to get a little bit quicker at it. I'm still a little bit slow at it, but yeah, really enjoyed the combat. It was really fun. Man, Yuki is kind of on her little soul searching adventure. This encounter with Godfried, being here on Folden Rock, has kind of changed her a little bit. I think she never really thought to she wasn't opposed to Alomnia, but she also wasn't super pious either. And I wouldn't even say that she's necessarily that way in the first place anyways, but I think something that Father Godfried had said has really struck a chord with her. So it really makes her think through her actions a little bit more than she used to. And so it's good getting the wisdom from it. I'm curious to see how she's going to evolve in the future based off of that. So yeah, and maybe it's just partially because she's in virtue now. She's feeling more virtuous and asking these questions that she never thought to ask in the first place. So
and again,
yes.
that's the whole thing about the virtue vice system, is it helps you as players to also gauge your characters on how you should be playing your characters, as far as you could be in vice and still want to be in virtue, and still want to be neutral, but at the same time you're going to be a little bit more rash with things. You're not going to care about as much wow, this is a cultist lady, let's preserve her life, or things like that. But as you start to kind of gain points in virtue and whatnot and shift on that scale, you can also as players kind of self-gauge that. I'm not gonna brutally force that on you, but you can kind of self-gauge that and change your character and how they react to things based off of all of that. So yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I just think it's cool. It's something that in Dungeons and Dragons and some of these others that you just don't really think about too much. I think people have an idea of how they want their character to evolve.
The problem
but when
is
I'm
in D&D, it's a pretty strict alignment system, so it's pretty difficult, and there's no mechanic way to move from your different alignment of how you are. It's most people look at it as I'm chaotic neutral, that's what I'm gonna do, and that's how I'm always gonna play my character. Nothing that I encounter is gonna change it, and that's not realistic. So
but, I mean, that's the thing that I love about this game so much is, I mean, it's a tabletop RPG, don't get me wrong, but it also brings in that morality, that Christian morality, which I really like too. It's we all come from different places, but the purpose is to bring us closer to Alomnia, or the characters closer to Alomnia, because we're fighting for his purpose. And I think that really kind of reflects life in general for everyone. I mean, we're not all on an adventure slaying demons and whatnot, but in some sense we kind of are, even if it's not physically, you know?
Sometimes when you've had too much to eat, you are on an adventure slicing demons in about 4 to 6 hours.
Yes, that's true. But no, it's good. But it's great because, again, it allows me to kind of explore that a little bit with my character aside from like my own personal life. And I think I can take those like lessons and morals kind of into my own personal life as well. And I like that because, again, it makes me feel like it's such a fulfilling session in the end too because of that. I'm more attached to my character as well because there's that personal investment as well to kind of develop that relationship with Alamnia in the game. So
Definitely. Cool.
Yeah, that's it.
Connor, anything from you?
Yeah. No, I thought it was a good session. I was pumped that Belbin finally got a natural 16 for a hit and got to unleash all of his
Righteous fury.
major damage. Yeah. Except he doesn't have his stuff, so it's not as much.
I'm gonna tell you something though. Like the fact that you didn't have your stuff didn't really cripple you all that much.
It really didn't. Yeah. Besides, DV would probably be the biggest one,
Yeah,
and a
DV.
little less damage.
Yeah.
But other than that, Belbin is pretty self-sufficient with Luxale keeping him alive. As far as like fighting goes, he stays pretty competent. I am curious on how I'm going to get my stuff back, though. I'm wondering if we will, I don't know, go back for my stuff before going to the other cult people, or if I'm just going to go in naked. I don't know.
Who knows? Maybe they have your stuff.
That's true.
That's true. I don't
Rollo
know.
Beaumont did have a closet full of stuff.
Belvin, have you
That's
ever
true.
worn armor?
I do have armor. I've got like a bone. Ooh, I don't even remember what it is. Something with bone that raises my DV a bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
A bit. You have a higher DV than I
I just
do.
feel like you always were shirtless.
That's how I like. That's the
That's
way
running
I like to be
joke.
portrayed. Yeah.
Is your
part
outfit
of-
kind of like Link's like wild man outfit in
Like
Yeah.
the
Breath of the
Breath of the
Wild?
Wild. Yeah, the barbarian gear.
Yeah, the barbarian gear, where it's like you're basically shirtless, but you got like a fur on your shoulders or something with like some bones on them.
Yeah, if we look at Belvin's character, he's got like a little hood that he has. That's pretty much it. And then he's got like pants. So that's good.
Yeah. And you wrapped his arms.
Yeah,
Right.
those are like his blackened
That's-
hand wraps. So
Yeah.
yeah, his fisticuffs, for sure. Anything else, Connor?
No, it was a good session. It was good. Yeah.
Sweet. No, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was great. I think the combat went pretty smooth. The first round was a little bit slow, but I feel like every time we get into it, like it goes a little bit quicker. I was just waiting for y'all to clump up. And then when Dane decided to move to the other front, I was like, oh, this is sad. Because I was literally going to just like take all my skulls and just... So essentially what I was trying to do...
of them.
Yeah, essentially what I was trying to do was with the Accursed Blaze for their support action that they can do, if they're able to successfully inflict it on you, it doesn't stack, but if they're able to successfully inflict it upon you, you basically, whenever you take flame damage, you also take an additional 1d4 darkness damage too. And so they were trying to curse you, and then, well, not curse you, but like kind of curse you, and then like just clump you all up and just like unleash just fire. And then the black dart attack, it's actually just like an elemental attack, kind of similar to what Luxale was doing, where they have to roll to hit based off the DV, and then it just does a flat 14 dark damage. You don't roll for it at all. It's just flat.
Pretty
14.
strong.
Yeah, it's pretty strong.
Pretty good.
And so
I feel like they're pretty easy to they're kind of glass cannons.
They're absolutely that. Like, and then especially for Belbin, because like his attacks were super effective against them, and so literally just one punch, just as long as he got higher than like a 9 or something on it, like one punch just exploded them at full HP, and so yeah, it's freaking something. When I saw Belbin like go over there to engage him, I'm like, no, he went before them. I was like, dang it. because like I couldn't do anything. They already used their actions and stuff to try to like curse him, and so I was just like, well, this is the way that it's going to end, because I knew that he was like the only person that had like, and they have a pretty low DV too, and so I'm like, he's just gonna hit them and explode them, just each punch, and I was like, all right, I gotta play some better, but that's why I was like trying to move this one around to like not get attacked, but everyone was dying too because I kept throwing fire at everybody, so.
Also, sometimes I feel like it benefited me to be lower in the order because like the skeleton engaged in combat and then I was like,
Nope.
disengaged?
Yep.
Goodbye. Like, so.
Nope.
Yeah.
It was nice to I don't know. I feel like disengage recently changed. Maybe.
I thought there was
Wasn't
some
it-
roll or something.
Yeah,
Right?
I have to
there was an
look. I have to
influence
look
trick.
back into that. But I think I defaulted to the way that D&D is, where you just spend your action to disengage, and then.
But because support actions can be limited and they're very versatile,
Mhm.
just having it spend a support action even with like guaranteed no roll still feels like something you have to think about.
And you have to think about too, like you guys are at a point where your level threshold is. You have all the actions that you possibly can have. Like if you are in a, for example, like a level like 1 through 4, where you only have one attack action, one support action, like it's really, you have to think about like your action economy about that. And so
I
it
think
becomes
we
less
each
of a
get
deal
one
as you
more
power up.
action.
What was that?
Mm-hmm.
I think we each get one more action at level 8.
Yeah, I think so.
But still, like even at the level we're at, it's like okay, I've only got 2, maybe 3, depending on class, support actions, and I want to do this and this with them. Spending them to disengage it.
Even
limits-
DPSs though, because like for example, DPSs have a character trait where like they can hit someone like if they disengage,
Yeah.
even if they disengage. So you still take the risk of like someone being able to use a reflex support action to whack you to get out of there too. So
it's like even Zill, it's like okay, I usually want to keep a support action open if I need to take a hit, but I can also throw an axe, but also like so it seems like I don't know if that was a big change or whatever, but it felt like
It was a change.
good change. It still had
to
weight.
what I know. Yeah.
It still has weight, but it's not. It doesn't bog down combat. It doesn't bog down the flow.
Yeah, I think there's actually a class that allows it to where you can like use the disengage as like a non-action on your turn of the movement. You can't just use it, and so like having the ability to do that just like freely at will is nice for that. But yeah, it's nice. Anyways, anything else, Connor?
No.
No.
It was a good session. Yeah.
Cool. Let's really quickly, we'll close this in prayer. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Hopefully the audio works this time. Fingers crossed. But in the name of the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit, amen. O Jesus, my Savior and Redeemer, Son of the living God, behold, we kneel before you and offer you our reparation. We would make amends for all the blasphemies uttered against your holy name, for all the injuries done to you in the Blessed Sacrament, for all the irreverence shown towards your Immaculate Virgin Mother, for all the slanders spoken against your spouse, the Holy Catholic Church. O Jesus, who has said, if you ask the Father anything in my name, he will give it to you. We pray and beseech you for all our brethren who are in danger of sin. Shield them from every temptation to fall away from the true faith. Save those who are even now standing on the brink of the abyss. To all of them, give light and knowledge of the truth, courage and strength for the conflict with evil, perseverance in faith and active charity. For this do we pray, most merciful Jesus, in your name unto God the Father, with whom you live and reign in the unity of the Holy Spirit, world without end. Amen. And with that, let's go ahead and jump into announcements or anything for the coming week, anything like that. Dane, do you have anything to add? Dane, do you have anything to add? Oh, can't hear you.
I could hear you on the actual stream, but I couldn't hear you in here. All right,
Okay,
we're
go,
good.
go, go. Yeah.
Yeah, just some quick announcements. I'm not gonna do them long. I'm actually planning on just making like video announcements, so it's just easier in the future.
So we can roll them.
Yeah, actually roll them. But yeah, so a couple things. So again, if you guys want to follow us, we do more than just tabletop RPGs. We have weekly streams, and we're gonna be adding more of those in the near future. So we do have a Discord. That's where we put up our main schedule is in the Discord. So feel free to visit there. We have a schedule section. And we also have like a stream announcement session. Usually we post in there beforehand, but whatever your computer's set to as far as time goes, that's the time that it will show as far as the stream starts. As for streams on Sunday, Kyle will be continuing his playthrough of Final Fantasy 12, which has been really, really fun. And then
By the way, I got
stream
everybody to level 99.
Ooh, nice. Gotta like that. You're just gonna destroy some people. On Tuesday, we're gonna be back with Adventures in Middle Earth Eriador Adventure. So again, that's our tabletop RPG, D&D 5e supplement of based in the world of the Lord of the Rings. So Cole and I are part of that, as well as another awesome Matt Tubby Australian, who's one of our community members. So come join us for that. Those are always really fun. If you miss any sessions or anything, feel free to go to our YouTube. I've started restructuring the YouTube a little bit because we're actually moving towards a more of an emphasis on our tabletop RPG stuff, specifically for Everlast, especially the closer we get towards getting Kickstarters and stuff out. That's kind of like the main focus of our channel is Everlast, and then everything on the side is just a little bit of icing on the cake. But we have an amazing community, so feel free to join and watch our YouTube videos, especially if you haven't seen any of our Adventures in Middle Earth or Everlast. This is session 46, so you got a lot to catch up on. They're all uploaded on YouTube, so feel free to go check that out. And this will be up within the next week as well. Moving forward, speaking of Everlast, there's a couple ways to be able to support the game of Everlast. So as I mentioned, this game's coming to Kickstarter. And before we actually get to Kickstarter, we want to at the very least get all the art done, because we have to wait on art. Even if we get the art funded, we don't want the game to be delayed because we're waiting on the art to come in. And so we're actually trying to get as much of the art commissioned ahead of time so that by the time the Kickstarter starts, we can have like the 3-week Kickstarter, whatever we're gonna do, and then we can just get the content out to everyone. So that's the goal. So feel free to there's a couple ways to be able to support that. So we have Fragrances of the Realm. So we got our Everlast scented candles, which are really, really good. Our current fall scent that we have is called Shiloh Harvest. They're all based off of an area in Everlast, and they're supposed to kind of like vaguely evoke, not vaguely, but evoke kind of like a area in Everlast. So we've got like Sukai Mists, which is a Glyvin area, which smells like orchid and sea breeze, which is nice. We also have, Shiloh Harvest, which again, like as I mentioned, which is our fall scent, which is delicious. It smells like an apple orchard.
And Shiloh's, Shiloh's like a farming community, and so it's supposed to smell like an apple orchard. It's really good.
Yeah, but also our exclusive fall scent. But then we even have like the Subterran, which is kind of like your underground like area, which is pretty cool. So we got. Yeah, so they're great for tabletop RPGs because you can use them to like kind of evoke a specific
ambiance,
immersion, fragrance immersion into whatever you're playing. But they're also just they all smell really good, and they're good just to make your house smell even better. So feel free to check those out. We also have Coffee of the Realm. Those of you who drink coffee, we have 8 specific blends ranging from light roast to dark roast, including a decaf blend. And again, they're all kind of based off a place in Everlast. So Kyle's holding up right now the Flamongolith, or Midnight in Flamongolith, which are decaf blend. It's actually based off of where Yuki is, which is really good. So if you want to not stay up all night, that's a good one to use. And we got the Helix blend too, which Kyle is also holding. Really good. It's got nice nutty flavors. And again, they have descriptions on the back that kind of give a little like explanation of every little place in Everlast. So it's not just the coffee.
Specifically, this Helix one has a maple syrup, citrus, and almond hints. Really good.
It's really good. But yeah, I mean, the back description also gives a little bit of a like description of each of the cities, so you can kind of get a little bit of a vibe for them. And it's the only way to really get our actual like scenery art in to be able to own it and have a little piece of it, especially before the game comes out. That's pretty cool, I think. And then we have our amazing sponsor, Dai Snacky. So they're a Japanese sweets and luxury treats company, small family business based in Tokyo, Japan. So if you do decide to buy from them, it's free international shipping, and make sure to say that Forge sent you when you do end up purchasing from them. And you get your name put into like a little raffle, and then eventually, once we hit the referral limit, then we will be giving away a free box on one of our streams, which will be cool. We'll let you guys know ahead of time in the Discord which stream that will be where we'll be doing the drawing. But once we hit that, we've already given away one box to an amazing follower, which is awesome, and we hope to give more away. And thank you guys for your support. It really does help us. It goes a long way. Dice Snacky kind of really helps as far as like upgrading equipment and things like that. It goes into the channel, which is nice. And then obviously the Everlast stuff goes into the creation of the art of Everlast. So those are just some ways to be able to support us there. And aside from that, the best thing you can give us are your prayers. We're trying to, here at Fantasy Forge Studio, change culture, because I feel like the entertainment space right now is kind of very, very one-sided and lopsided. And a lot of it is not in the morality, like the Christian morality itself. So we're really trying to break into that market so that we can be a space for those who may not necessarily enjoy that specific entertainment, have a specific form of entertainment for them to enjoy, still enjoy the games and fantasy worlds that they love, while still being in a very moral place as well. So prayers are always appreciated as far as that goes. So as for that, I think that's everything. So Kyle, take it away.
May Alamiya guide each and every one of you. I'm praying for you, pray for me, pray for each other, and we will see you. Well, I'll see you on Sunday, I guess. Monday morning, my time, at 8:30 a.m. And also, we'll see you in a couple of weeks on the 25th for some more Everlast. Until then, have a good one. Bye, everybody.